Welcome to the Business Happy Hour with your hosts, Frank Cotto from Lincoln Lending Group, Ryan Pelkey from Tampa Bay Plumbers, and Doug Ford with Suncoast Roofing Solutions on 970 WFLA. These three business owners will teach you how to work to live it up, not live to work. Now sit back, grab a cold one if you have one, and get ready for some serious business talk with three hilariously serious business owners. Now, your host of the Business Happy Hour, Frank Cotto.
Welcome back to the Business Happy Hour, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for listening. Good morning, good afternoon, Tampa Bay. You're in studio with your host, Frank Cotto, my incredible co-host and owner of Tampa Bay Plumbers, Ryan Pelkey.
How's it going, sir?
Doing good. That's a good hat you got on, Ryan.
It is. Hopefully in a couple weeks it turns out.
We're going to talk about that, but I think it's going to go that way. So I hope you listeners are ready for a little political banter this morning.
They always are.
They always are, and I'm sure everybody knows what we're talking about. So did you see the? Actually, before we go to it, I got to talk. There's a guest in studio. We're going to introduce her real quick, in case she wants to throw in to our crazy conversation before we get to the guest time. Well, she might disagree with us. Then we'll let her.
Will happen.
Will happen. All right, cut off her mic. All right. So in studio we have Jeanne, right, Ryan?
Yes.
Jeanne from who?
Jace Wholesale.
Jeanne?
Jace Wholesale in Pinellas County.
Awesome.
Yeah, she is the owner of the company that we buy all of our water conditioning, all of our well pack equipment from. In fact, I think you guys supply pretty much all the contractors in town, don't you?
A lot of them.
So did you buy my RO system from her?
This was years ago that I bought yours. It was before I ever met Jeanne, actually.
It's probably not very good.
That's why we're tearing it out.
That's why we're tearing it out, and Jeannie's putting in a whole new one for free for me tomorrow. It's gonna be.
Well, I know who you're voting for.
Exactly right. Maybe not.
That would be a Bernie Sanders supporter.
Yeah, that would be Bernie.
That's
right.
You'd be doing the whole community.
Keep your couch cushions or couch change or whatever it is there, Bernie. You keep the hope, I'll keep the change. I used to love that shirt.
No, but Jeanne is an expert in water conditioning, and when we get into the segment where we talk to her about it, you guys it'll be very obvious how good she is.
Good. Well, maybe not. But so anyway, talking some politics, we got to go right into it. There's some crazy things happened this week. We had the final presidential debate.
Yeah, 2 weeks before the election, or how many days was it before the election?
19.
Right now we're 19, right? So that must have been 20.
We're at 18 now.
We're 18. See, that's why we brought her in here. Organization, math, all kinds of things like that.
Yeah, she's the only one that's prepared to do the show.
The only one. She's the only one with notes. What does that say about us?
I'm a female.
Eggs. See, I wasn't going to be sexist, but she's right.
I thought it was due to our immense talent.
Oh, I think it really was, right? Isn't?
Well, my brain isn't as large as yours. So.
See, man, she knows all the facts. Women have smaller brains, and they come prepared. And
that can only come from a woman. You can't say that.
No, I'm not allowed to say that. I just repeated what Jeanne said for the record. Okay, I don't truly believe that.
Could you repeat that, please?
Yes, one more time for the record. First, I have to know your political affiliation, please. And she's mom. So that's all I got to do. That's how you shut people up in here. I'm with her. I hope he means Ryan's wife.
Yeah, she does. She does.
Yeah, no.
She means Katie.
She must mean Katie. She doesn't mean that.
Clearly, she doesn't mean Hillary.
She doesn't mean the it.
Oh, you'd be surprised.
Oh, man, I don't know.
Well, I guess we do need a little balance on this show.
We do. We
It
are.
is good.
Are we fair and balanced?
That would be pH. Balance.
Oh, see, that's a water reference here.
It's very good, and we're missing our other co-host today.
Doug's out. Yep. You know what Doug's doing, right?
Golfing.
Golf balls on roofs.
Oh God,
golf balls on roofs. There hasn't been a hailstorm in 6 months. He's like, I got to get out there.
Got to make it happen. Revenue's slowing down.
Except for this time, instead of him actually banging them with a sock, what he's doing is he's hitting them on the roofs from the course.
Yeah, I'm sure he is spraying them all over the place.
Oh God, no! Doug's our buddy over here. Doug Ford, the owner of Suncoast Roofing Solutions. He's our favorite roofer. Great guy, totally legit. He doesn't bang the golf balls on the roofs. He just lets his competition do it, and then he goes and fixes it. But you can get a hold of Doug at 888.
But we'll still give him hell for it every week.
Every week, we're gonna do it, especially when he's not here. So, 888-888-ROOF. That's how you get in touch with Doug, 888-888-ROOF, especially for your high-end luxury homes. And, of course, myself, the owner of Lincoln Lending Group. We are making mortgages great again. If you can see my T-shirt and you're watching the show, Jeannie, stop shaking your head. And you can get in touch with me at 813-MORTGAGE. And don't forget, you drop the E and we'll drop the fee. We'll talk about some neat mortgage programs later today and next week's show when we have Alex Menendez from Keller Williams and talk about our 1% down program. And Ryan, the plumbing stuff, killing it over there in plumbing right now, right?
Yeah, our biggest problem is manpower, labor. We can't find enough guys. In fact, we are actually meeting with union officials on Tuesday.
Union officials. Do we have those in Florida?
Yeah, there's 880 member union for plumbing union in this area. And we, like I said, I mean, we could hire 10 guys right now if we could find them. We've had employee issues here recently where I feel like our hands are tied to some extent. We can't govern ourselves the way we want to, strictly because if we took anyone else off the labor force, we would be that much more short-staffed.
Wow. Business is good.
We are booked.
Yeah.
I just got a message from our production manager, Ryan, saying that we're booked until Wednesday evening. We're an emergency response plumbing company. We can't be booked until Wednesday. So we are looking for plumbers. If you're an experienced plumber, we start people out at $25 an hour to $30 an hour, depending on your experience level. We have 401k. We have major medical benefits.
That's some of the highest paid plumbing I've ever heard of right there. $25 an hour and full benefits?
Full benefits, major medical, 401k, we match. We have a matching program, and we also have dental and vision, which the company pays 100% of.
I think there's people in the studios, out around here listening and saying, man, I think I'm going to quit my job and go work for Ryan.
I wish they would if they had plumbing experience. If they don't have plumbing experience, you're no good to me.
You hear that, 970 staff? If you know how to clean a toilet, give Ryan a call.
No, we're not looking for janitors.
No janitors.
No
Sorry.
janitors.
Never mind.
Sorry, janitors.
Traps.
We need experienced plumbers.
Experience.
If you don't have a pipe wrench, you need not apply.
But what if they just know how to lay pipe?
Well, yeah, I guess everyone needs a good pipe layer sometimes.
Jeannie is quiet again. Man, I figured out all the ways to shut her
I just
up.
want to know if you're going to make plumbing great again, too, right?
Of course.
We're trying like hell, but like I'm saying, we literally are dying because we cannot find the guys.
Well, that's kind of contrary, isn't it, to what we're hearing politically?
No, I mean, I think it's basically there's a shortage in America of skilled labor.
True.
There is no shortage of unskilled labor in America. Everywhere you look, they're unskilled, and the skills that people are learning, they're going to higher education. They might as well not have even gone because there's no jobs for them.
Useless. So wait, Jeannie, you're saying that you're hearing that what's in the media isn't true?
I would never say that.
I got her. Yeah, well, we're going to talk about that.
I don't trust emails. I don't trust that kind of stuff.
I delete all my emails.
I do too.
Matter of fact, did you see that thing last night? What is the name of that dinner that Trump and Hillary were at?
Al Smith.
Al Smith. It's like a Catholic-based thing.
Yes,
it's a charity, right? Been going on 50 years or something like that, 30 years.
Catholic diocese.
So it was hilarious. So they had Trump and Clinton sitting on either side. I think that was the Archbishop of New York. Is that who that was?
That's correct.
Dolan, right? Pretty powerful guy, I would say. And they were making some hilarious jokes. I got to repeat what Trump said when they have to go up there and give a speech. And I couldn't believe he said this, but one of the first things he said was, "Oh yeah, it's amazing being in the room with Hillary while she's sitting here pretending not to hate Catholics, sitting next to Dolan." And you should have seen his face.
That'd be great if that was she who made that comment. But it wasn't.
You're right. It just happened to be in all of her email correspondence with her number one people and all that.
Was she CC'd on that one? I didn't.
I don't even know if she was. She probably wasn't. Yeah. But we'll put the words in her mouth. It's no big deal. We got 8 other stations putting the words in the other one. We're gonna throw some words in her mouth. You hear what I heard she said the other day? She said, "Grab him by the hey." So
I think she did that during the debate.
I think she was doing that to Dolan. That's what I think. I don't know. Oh, that's real weird. But no, the funniest joke he said last night was he was talking about walking into the event and Hillary accidentally bumped into her. That was a great joke. And
that was a good joke.
He said something to the effect of, she was a really polite lady when she bumped into me and she looked at me and said, "Will you pardon me?" Oh, that was
a good one.
Yeah.
But
where is that?
I think he went a little off track there, though, about halfway through it.
Yeah, about halfway through, he called her corrupt.
Oh my gosh,
it wasn't very pretty.
Yeah,
after
I
that.
changed the channel. I got so uncomfortable watching it.
Well, but if you look, she did the exact same thing. She could have for real taken the high road. She could have gotten him good.
Yeah.
In my opinion, if she had not gone into fighting and and making fun of him and all that stuff and just made it funny, but she got serious like him. That was an opportunity for her that she lost.
I know, and she had a very liberal crowd there.
Oh,
so,
God.
They're all her donors.
They were,
Yeah, exactly.
Well, did you notice the two sitting behind? I mean, when Trump was up, they were just stone faced, not laughing. They were talking behind. When she was up, they're like, "Oh, she is hilarious."
But Trump doesn't. He's not off the cuff.
Right.
She can be off the cuff. He's reading everything, and I mean, he's sitting there reading.
He was reading. I'll give you that. Well, speaking of reading,
put on glasses.
Did you notice her reading in the third debate?
Yes.
That was, and I didn't even realize that you couldn't do it. That wasn't like normal, because the whole time I noticed Trump wasn't reading anything, and she kept looking down.
At notes.
Right.
Notes.
But and apparently they're saying she had the questions ahead of time, and then her DNC chair came out and admitted that one of the questions was actually submitted.
She must be really just not very bright if she does everything that she's always accused of doing.
Well, if it walks like a duck. I don't know.
Ducks quack.
Oh, man, she quacks all right. Oh, man. Oh, she is a quack. Sorry. That's what it is. Totally wrong. I was wrong about that. She is one. So, oh, man, we got some fun stuff to talk about here. Right before we go into the water conditioning and why my water is killing me, according to Jeanne.
Oh, I never said that.
Oh, well, see, put words in her mouth, too. So we got about 30, 40 seconds left here. What else we going to go into here? What minutes? What? 3 minutes. 3 minutes. What is this? Intro 12 minutes. I'm trying to count down. I think we're a little off on that, but we're good. So talking about John's like, Frank, you have a timer in front of you. Thank you. So in the next 22 seconds, I'm going to talk about nothing because we don't have time. But when we come back, we'll pick up some more on the political stuff. We'll talk about the media skewing the election. We'll talk about
bias in the media is crazy.
Bias in the media. We're going to talk about what happened in previous election. It does. But we're going to talk about two instances where we thought it would work and it didn't. We'll be back in a minute on the Business Happy Hour on 970 and WeBeam TV. You're listening to Frank Cotto and Ryan Pelkey.
Hi, I'm Ryan with Tampa Bay Plumbers. Thank you for choosing us for all of your plumbing, septic, and water treatment needs. What makes us different at Tampa Bay Plumbers is that we're a local full-service plumbing contractor that can handle any project large or small, including curtain-place pipelining, septic installations, and various water treatment products. You can find us at tampaplumber.net or 24/7 by phone at 813-PLUMBER. Thank you, and we look forward to working with you.
Enjoy tranquil seclusion in an eco-lover's paradise. Paddling through the mangroves where the only sounds you'll hear are the sounds of nature. Because you deserve to relax on vacation. Visit Pasco County, Florida.
If you were injured in a car crash, what would you do first? Who would you call?
You claim to be injured, yet you spoke to and saw an attorney before you saw a doctor. Is that true?
Yes.
Lawyers on TV tell you to call them first. You can, but should you? The law has changed, and you may find yourself paying your own medical bills if you don't see a doctor in the first 14 days. If you've been in a car crash, you need MyCrashMD, the interactive doctor visit, where you can consult virtually with a physician after you've been hurt in a car accident.
We can see you today. We'll take great care of you, regardless if you are at fault or not.
MyCrashMD is an actual medical visit with a doctor. No waiting in an ER, no wasting time driving around town. Download MyCrashMD free from anywhere and then see a doctor on any mobile device. Times are changing. If you don't get medical attention within the first 14 days after your crash, you could lose your insurance benefits. So if you've been in a car crash, help yourself and your accident case with My Crash MD.
Everyone has a bank, but you definitely need a Frank. Lincoln Lending Group specializes in mortgages that banks won't touch, like loans for people with 1 day out of foreclosure, bankruptcy, and short sale. Call Frank today at 813-MORTGAGE, and remember, you drop the E and he drops the fee. Call Ryan at 813-PLUMBER for the most reliable professional plumber in town. Tampa Bay Plumbers is available day and night for your emergency plumbing needs. Find them on the web at tampaplumber.net and get a coupon for service. Do you have a roof leak but no one to trust? You need to call Doug with Suncoast Roofing Solutions at 888-888-ROOF, where honesty, integrity, and craftsmanship come first. Find them on the web at suncoastroofingsolutions.com. And now, your host of the Business Happy Hour, Frank Cotto.
Hey guys, welcome back. We were just talking about the presidential debates. We're talking about the media skewing the election. Okay, if you didn't catch the first segment, we were talking about, and Jeanine, our guest in here, made a point that the media a lot of times skews the election by giving maybe real info, maybe false info.
I was saying real info. You were saying false.
There you go. Cut off the mic again.
Well, I think it depends on what channel you're listening to.
Definitely.
You know, the other day, WikiLeaks came out with tons of new emails and video.
Yeah,
the video.
We're gonna talk about the video.
The video is awesome because it literally shows. I think there's like 80 hours of video.
Yes.
Of proving that the Democrats were behind all the violence at the Trump rallies in the last 12 months.
Violence that you and I witnessed personally, and we went to these events and we were thinking to ourselves, those people don't fit in. Like, where are these people coming from? The video literally says, wear a shirt that says something that would incite violence from the Republicans. Go up to the people who look psychotic.
Yep.
But
Go
I
ahead,
have a
Jenny.
question. When did politics get to the point where you can incite someone else? When did it get to the point
maybe
where...
it's been like this for a long time. Maybe the internet and being able to hack people's emails, maybe that's why this is coming out.
It's against the law. It has been forever to be able to open federal mail.
Well, that's my...
regular mail.
Okay, so is the argument that we shouldn't have the info?
I'm a little confused.
Well, I'll tell you my opinion. You know that Snowden guy who took all that data? That guy's a hero. Some
I
people
agree.
say he's a traitor.
No.
He's a hero. He did do something illegal, but he exposed something that we should know about.
So if he did something illegal, should he be prosecuted for doing something illegal?
I think he's stuck in Moscow right now.
Yeah, no, he's got his asylum in Moscow. Right.
Well, but
that's a tough question, but that's a legit question. Should he be?
Going back to what I was saying, though, there in these emails, there's proof that the Clinton campaign paid the DNC. The DNC paid these consultants who are operating this type of stuff at these rallies. So clearly, laws have been broken here. Clearly. And I'm on Fox News the night that it all came out, and Fox is covering it. I switch over to CNBC, MSNBC, CNN. There is not a peep about any of these revelations, and this is newsworthy stuff. Yeah. This is not stuff that you should just not cover.
Well, the DNC chair tried to mention kind of what you did, saying, "Hey, well, it was illegal. You shouldn't have these emails." And it's like
they haven't been authenticated.
I mean, I don't
know,
know,
if
but there's
it's
so
illegal,
many of
why
them.
hasn't someone gone and gotten John Podesta's hard drive and taken a look at it?
Great question, because of Loretta Lynch and blah blah blah, and
that would authenticate them.
Yeah, well, I tell you what, you don't need to authenticate is the video.
No,
that video,
that's something totally different.
What Ryan's talking about with them inciting the violence and saying, he literally said, get them to punch you.
But that person was fired.
Yeah, that person was. But then taking a step further, other people related to that guy talking about skewing the election and fraudulent voters. Another video showed him saying, or two guys, bust them in. But then wait, don't use buses because then they'll know you're doing it. They're too obvious. Yeah. So use cars. And they went in to say, use these companies, use these rental companies, use this. They literally gave.
Who's them?
Who is the
DNC?
The DNC.
But who is them that they're bussing in?
Voters.
Actual voters
crossing state lines, and that's why Trump has been on this. This is a rigged election note for the last few weeks.
They said that the undercover video literally said that there are companies, industry behind this. That this isn't just me and Ryan going and saying let's get our buddies and go across state lines and doing it. There are businesses being paid to do this.
Why this election and none of the others?
Great point. I think it has been the others. I think it's been the others probably for years. And John brought up the point in the break. We now have the internet. We now have the cyber stuff. We have hacking. We have guys who are.
But look at the bitterness that has caused, and the divisiveness.
And who loses?
Not to use one of Hillary's
lose.
terms, but the divisiveness.
Right.
And who loses?
The people. We lose.
All the people lose.
All the people. So I had an idea at breakfast this morning.
Yeah, I was gonna remind you of that.
I think you tell me what you think about this. Trump's calling for a rigged election, right? So instead of waiting till the election happens and one of the sides loses and they call the other, a rigger or whatever you want to do, call for the what do they call it?
Let Obama stay 4 more years.
Yeah, kick her out for Pete's sake. Here's the idea: call for the recount now. You want a full manual recount right now, regardless of the winner. That will prove to the American people if we have a legit election or not.
I think that's exactly what he needs to do.
Why would either candidate be opposed to that? If you truly are in favor of a fair race, even if he wins, recount the whole thing.
Well, let's put the matter to bed.
Chad, recount them.
Yeah, the reason why is it'll probably take a month or so to do that.
Hey, they don't start till January.
Yeah, I know.
Good with me.
It's just that,
I'm enjoying this.
Just the transition teams are. The transition team to go from one presidency to the next there's over 1,000 people in the transition team. So there is that 3-month time period is very, very. There's a lot going on.
He's efficient. It'll be like 4 people.
How old were both of you 16 years ago when we went through this with the election?
We were in college.
We were 10 years old.
We were 10. I was 9. No, are you talking about with Florida was the decider? I was in college. We were there together, and Tallahassee was a hotbed for it because that's where it was all going down. And
a lot of it was being counted.
Yep, exactly. And I remember driving up and down Tennessee Street, Monroe, right in front of the Capitol, and there'd be the Gore guys and the Bush guys be honking, and I might be throwing a bird here and there.
But you know what the difference was and why it stayed relatively calm? And one of the reasons it stayed calm is because it was one state involved.
Right.
There wasn't a question of it whether it was rigged or not. Nobody was saying that.
Right.
It was just too close to call.
Bingo.
So there's no comparison, which is now being drawn between what happened.
Yeah, I agree. I don't think there really is a comparison. This is more of an. I think
your candidate says there is.
Well, okay, there is a comparison in that sense, but where the other thing we have to bring up in the next 30 seconds is the video that came out about the guy who created the program that can switch votes 49-51, and it's totally undetectable. And he said in front of whatever congressional thing that was that the only way you can find it would be having the source code or doing a full recount.
And
so that's why I say.
Where was this?
I have to look it up. I'll look it up on the break. I'm going to look that up on the break.
It's probably on Breitbart.
It's on Fox News. Oh. No. Let's do some fact checking. We'll go to Hillary's website. Don't you love that though? That was funny. Anyway, we gotta take a break. You're listening to the Business Happy Hour. We'll be back in just a minute. We're gonna talk how water kills us.
Hi, I'm Ryan with Tampa Bay Plumbers. Thank you for choosing us for all of your plumbing, septic, and water treatment needs. What makes us different at Tampa Bay Plumbers is that we're a local full-service plumbing contractor that can handle any project large or small, including cured-in-place pipelining, septic installations, and various water treatment products. You can find us at tampaplumber.net or 24/7 by phone at 813-PLUMBER. Thank you, and we look forward to working with you.
Enjoy tranquil seclusion in an eco-lover's paradise. Paddling through the mangroves where the only sounds you'll hear are the sounds of nature. Because you deserve to relax on vacation, visit Pasco County, Florida.
If you were injured in a car crash, what would you do first? Who would you call?
You claim to be injured, yet you spoke to and saw an attorney before you saw a doctor. Is that true?
Yes.
Lawyers on TV tell you to call them first. You can, but should you? The law has changed, and you may find yourself paying your own medical bills if you don't see a doctor in the first 14 days. If you've been in a car crash, you need My Crash MD, the interactive doctor visit, where you can consult virtually with a physician after you've been hurt in a car accident.
We can see you today. We'll take great care of you, regardless if you are at fault or not.
My Crash MD is an actual medical visit with a doctor. No waiting in an ER, no wasting time driving around town. Download My Crash MD free from anywhere and then see a doctor on any mobile device. Times are changing. If you don't get medical attention within the first 14 days after your crash, you could lose your insurance benefits. So if you've been in a car crash, help yourself and your accident case with My Crash MD.
Everyone has a bank, but you definitely need a Frank. Lincoln Lending Group specializes in mortgages that banks won't touch, like loans for people with 1 day out of foreclosure, bankruptcy, and short sale. Call Frank today at 813-MORTGAGE, and remember, you drop the E and he drops the fee. Call Ryan at 813-PLUMBER for the most reliable professional plumber in town. Tampa Bay Plumbers is available day and night for your emergency plumbing needs. Find them on the web at tampaplumber.net and get a coupon for service. Do you have a roof leak but no one to trust? You need to call Doug with Suncoast Roofing Solutions at 888-888-ROOF, where honesty, integrity, and craftsmanship come first. Find them on the web at suncoastroofingsolutions.com. And now, your host of the Business Happy Hour, Frank Cotto.
Welcome back, everybody. All right, real quick, I got to pick up on the thing that Jeannie asked me about. She said, where was that video? What happened? It was in Florida. It was during, it looks like a congressional inquiry, a computer program. It doesn't have his name right here. There's a video online. He testifies under oath that coded computer election terminals can be rigged. The particular case took place in Florida when the Florida Republican Speaker of the House, as well as lobbyists, asked the questions about the voting machines. He said they absolutely can be rigged, and he was paid to create a program that could turn the election 49-51 in any way you wanted it. It could not be detected unless you had the source code, and only the programmer would have the source code, or with a full manual recount of every paper ballot.
Wow, and the Republicans have been in office how long?
Over 10 years ago.
Oh, over 10 years.
Over 10 years ago
Wow.
this happened. So I wonder if this took place sometime after that one we were talking about with
So that would be Charlie Crist.
Gore. Yeah, good job. Are you looking for somebody to blame
When he was
here?
a Republican.
Maybe. Hey, as long as it went the right way, right?
She says she doesn't like politics. She knows a lot about politics.
She's like, let's not get political here. So, all right, the other thing before we go into the water that I promised to bring up was the what happened with the media skewing the election. So right now you got all these polls. The polls say one candidate's ahead rather than the other. Can we believe the polls? Gallup poll. It's been around forever, right? Well, in 1980, during the Reagan-Carter election, literally 14 days before the election, Gallup poll had Carter up by 8 points. The average of the polls was 7.2 points up for Carter. What happened if you were alive in 1980 and you remember the map was red? Okay, Carter conceded before California, mostly Democratic, almost always Democratic, finished their voting. Reagan won in the Electoral College 489 to 49.
Big
90%.
difference. Two big differences.
What's the difference?
No incumbent this year. That year, okay.
That's a good point.
Even though everybody wants to say that Hillary's an incumbent, and she's not.
Close enough.
And the incumbent, we had the Iran hostage crisis going on.
And we had Benghazi.
You did have Benghazi.
Yeah, but he's not pushing it.
Oh, I'm sorry. I think that was 3, 4, 5 years ago.
Oh, man. So people's deaths expire after 5 years.
No?
Take notes. No, and okay, so then we had another one, though. And good point. The internet, though, is a big driver. Bush Quayle, 1988. Quayle. Let me remember that idiot. Quayle was up 17 points.
But not against Bush.
Against Bush in June of 1998, which is still a few months away. No, in the presidential election.
Quayle and Bush are same party.
Did I have it right?
They're both Republicans.
No, it was Dukakis then. Am I right? Did I write down the wrong thing?
That would be
Dukakis.
Bush. That would be
It was Bush Quayle versus Dukakis.
Correct.
Sorry. Good. God, what? She does not know anything about politics. Are you kidding me?
I'm starting to realize
Are you a politician?
Jeannie's on her game.
She is on her game. She didn't even take notes about this, and she's calling me out. God. So Bush Dukakis. Dukakis was up 17. That's right. Quayle, he was an idiot too. But I didn't ever like that guy.
Oh my God.
He couldn't even spell. But
I think he's from the same state that Pence is from too, if I'm not mistaken.
Hey, Pence, that guy's strong. I'll tell you, that guy, he's pretty presidential, if you ask me.
Yeah, but you have to look at everything.
Yeah, white hair, you're a president. Done. So, that should be what it is.
How did Reagan get in?
right. No hair, white hair, whatever. So 1988, he was up 17 points, and everybody realized that Bush totally took that election as well. So media, they're out there to scare you guys. The point is, vote. That's all you got to do. Get out there and vote. No matter who you're going to vote for, get out and vote. One more comment to pump up my Republican buddies. Republicans in the primaries were up 150% in voter turnout. Democrats were down 30%. So, Democrats, turn off the radio. Republicans, get out there and vote.
Highest voter turnout, 2008, ever.
Yep, ever. That's right. Hey, and I got to say, there was a movement back then, though. I don't see a movement now. I saw my first Hillary sign on the way here today.
There's a lot of movements. It's just none of them are
around here.
No, they're all taking place in the bathroom. They're not. It's not working.
She is good. I love her. You're right. All the Clinton movements are taking place in the bathroom.
Ooh.
And I've got some toilet paper for you backstage. But, so it's funny. Actually, I'll throw that out since you said it. Down in Miami, what's his name? The Joker guy that's running with Hillary, Kane. 52 people showed up at his rally in Miami. Pretty good
I hope
turnout.
they all show up at the polls.
They were all family members. Also,
they were all family members.
Nobody would want to watch that guy talk.
Well, out of the two vice president nominees and out of the two presidential nominees, he's the only one that's Catholic. So he should have been at that dinner last night.
But they wouldn't let him in the door.
They don't. No vice presidents are invited.
Oh, that's how that is. Okay, I was wondering what the whole rule was on that. Well, here's a question: Why wasn't Bill there? Didn't you think that was weird?
No, not really.
I mean, but Melania was there, and
she doesn't campaign.
No. Oh, so maybe he's out campaigning.
She does if she finds a good speech she can quote. But
that was a funny joke, by the way, last night too. That was hilarious when Trump made fun of Melania and said that she made the same speech.
Yeah, Bill goes out and campaigns. He was probably on the other side of the country, in Arizona.
Bill's smart. He's like,
new Democratic
Hillary's
state.
over here, Monica's over here. I got a little time here.
He's got flings in every area.
I liked Bill. He was, after he was a president, but. Anyway, so all right, let's go into this water thing because we have a lot to talk about. I'm very interested in what Jeanne does. Ryan, introduce Jeanne and for the business side a little bit, and tell me about this.
Let me go ahead and segue this real quick. We've been talking about RO water for months now. There's been a lot of stuff in the news about how in other countries, particularly like the Middle East, where there's a lot of desalination plants, they consider reverse osmosis water to be dead water. And for years, I've always considered reverse osmosis water as the best quality drinking water you can have.
You sold me on that.
Yeah, sold a lot of people on that, including myself. So, and it is, it is 99.4 or whatever % pure water.
Right.
So, about a year ago, we started doing business with Jay's Wholesale. Jeanne is the owner of that company, and they supply the water equipment to a lot of the different contractors in town. And I brought this issue up to her several months ago. And so, Jeanne, why don't you tell us about reverse osmosis water and this little bolt-on contraption that can fix everyone's problem?
I've never been...
But what's the problem first? The problem is what? That there's nothing in RO water?
No, RO water is acidic. So if you've got pH that's neutral, and neutral would be anything from 6.8 to 8.2, we all know if you have a swimming pool and you test your pH and it has to stay within certain levels. When you put an RO on, it's stripping out any minerals that are in the water. The more you strip out of water, the closer you get to H2O, and the more acidic the water becomes because there's nothing that calcifies in the water.
Okay. But we need this in our bodies.
Most people, there is a time and a place for everything.
Oh, tell me about
There's
it.
not one size fits all.
Right.
So with an RO can be fine in some cases.
Okay.
Do I think over the long term it's the greatest thing for your body? No. You have to drink a ton of water to get your body pH to that level.
Got it.
Okay. And it would be nothing but RO water. You wouldn't be able to do anything else, just RO water.
Got it.
And eventually your body chemistry would start to reduce and become more acidic.
which is not good.
Which is terrible.
Because we need more alkaline in our body.
Because alkali water, it's been proven, and that would be a higher pH. It's proven that cancer cells, cell growth, they can't reproduce.
Oh.
Now, conversely, what happens in an acidic environment?
Everything produces,
It's
reproduces.
like an open field for all the negative things in
It's
the body.
bacteria. It's a lot of things.
Got it.
So reverse osmosis removes certain bacteria from the water, but not all of them. And the best way to explain to people what an RO actually is, if you have a puddle of water on your counter and you take a sponge and you lay the sponge down, the sponge soaks up all the water. You squeeze it, all the junk in the water, or that's in that puddle, stays in the sponge, so the sponge changes color or it changes its texture.
Right.
And water comes out, pure water comes out. It's clean.
Okay.
So
I didn't need to spend this $500 on the system. I could have just put a sponge in my counter and
you'd need a really what we use is a membrane, a thin film membrane.
Okay.
And they've been around since about 1960, synthetic ones.
That's what Hillary needs, a membrane. Right? I mean, a brain.
Ooh, God, I'm gonna, Anyway,
Throw her off.
Synthetic membranes. There's two different types of membranes, and the ones that are the best that we found take the most out of water. Are synthetic, and you can get them for a 50-gallon per day. You can get them for 1,100 gallons a day or 2,200 gallons a day. But for somebody in their home, they're usually a 50-gallon a day RO.
You're using it on your drinking water for the most part.
Right. But it takes 3 gallons of water, of actual water, tap water, to make 1 gallon of reverse osmosis water. So there's a lot of waste coming out the other side.
Yeah.
And a lot of people don't want to do that. So there's a time and a place for everything with RO.
Got it.
So
with reverse osmosis and it taking the making the water more acidic, we can now add a remineralization filter as the final stage of an RO before it goes into the holding tank and into your refrigerator and into
That's
your
bringing
glass.
back up the alkalinity.
It's putting back zinc into the water. It's putting calcium back into the water, and it takes the alkalinity. It makes the water more alkaline.
Got it.
And takes away the acidity.
And that's pretty much everyone that's listening right now that has a reverse osmosis system. From what we've gathered, no one has this. And if you're listening and you do have a reverse osmosis system, it's very important that you give us a call at 813-PLUMBER. We'll get a technician out there and we'll get this device
It's
added
a quick
on.
test, and people can test their water themselves.
So you don't sell consumer direct. You work with companies like Ryan.
No, I have a retail shop.
Is good. Okay.
Yeah,
But you're going to call 813-PLUMBER to get to...
Probably. He's paying for ad space. I'm not.
You're right. Good point. And we're going to take a break in a second. I'm very interested in this because I do have an RO system at my house, and I think we're going to be signing up for one of these remineralizations.
Everyone has to.
I want to find out about boosting up the alkalinity when we get back and see what you think about that. You're listening to the Business Happy Hour on 970 and WeBeam TV. Stay tuned with Frank, Ryan, and Jeannie.
Hi, I'm Ryan with Tampa Bay Plumbers. Thank you for choosing us for all of your plumbing, septic, and water treatment needs. What makes us different at Tampa Bay Plumbers is that we're a local full-service plumbing contractor that can handle any project, large or small, including cured-in-place pipelining, septic installations, and various water treatment products. You can find us at tampaplumber.net or 24/7 by phone at 813-PLUMBER. Thank you, and we look forward to working with you.
Enjoy tranquil seclusion in an eco-lover's paradise. Paddling through the mangroves where the only sounds you'll hear are the sounds of nature. Because you deserve to relax on vacation, visit Pasco County, Florida.
you were injured in a car crash, what would you do first? Who would you call?
You claim to be injured, yet you spoke to and saw an attorney before you saw a doctor. Is that true?
Yes.
Lawyers on TV tell you to call them first. You can, but should you? The law has changed, and you may find yourself paying your own medical bills if you don't see a doctor in the first 14 days. If you've been in a car crash, you need MyCrashMD, the interactive doctor visit, where you can consult virtually with a physician after you've been hurt in a car accident.
We can see you today. We'll take great care of you, regardless if you are at fault or not.
MyCrashMD is an actual medical visit with a doctor. No waiting in an ER, no wasting time driving around town. Download MyCrashMD free from anywhere and then see a doctor on any mobile device. Times are changing. If you don't get medical attention within the first 14 days after your crash, you could lose your insurance benefits. So if you've been in a car crash, help yourself and your accident case with MyCrashMD.
Everyone has a bank, but you definitely need a Frank. Lincoln Lending Group specializes in mortgages that banks won't touch, like loans for people with 1 day out of foreclosure, bankruptcy, and short sale. Call Frank today at 813-MORTGAGE, and remember, you drop the E and he drops the fee. Call Ryan at 813-PLUMBER for the most reliable professional plumber in town. Tampa Bay Plumbers is available day and night for your emergency plumbing needs. Find them on the web at tampaplumber.net and get a coupon for service. Do you have a roof leak but no one to trust? You need to call Doug with Suncoast Roofing Solutions at 888-888-ROOF, where honesty, integrity, and craftsmanship come first. Find them on the web at suncoastroofingsolutions.com. And now, your host of the Business Happy Hour, Frank Cotto.
Hey, Tampa Bay, welcome back. We're on the last segment here. We're having a great time with Jeanne from Jay's Wholesale, talking about the water that kills you that's going to no longer kill you. So I got the stuff in my house. Ryan's got in his house. I will say it makes clear ice cubes, and they're nice and hard as well. So I guess that's... John's got in his.
Do you know that ice cubes shouldn't necessarily be clear because there's oxygen in the water, and
there
that's what gives that little
bit,
cloud.
That little cloud. But when you get the ones that are completely cloudy...
Ooh, not good.
Yeah, it doesn't look so good.
But, you know, let's dispel one thing.
Okay.
There is nothing in the water that's going to kill you. Let's get rid of that
Clinton
whole
water or
idea.
Hold on, because it's Clinton water. You never know. I don't know.
There's a lot of false information out there. You know,
I know. I watch
drink,
NBC. I know.
Yeah. It'll be in my next WikiLeaks drop.
Oh, yes. Hey, by the way, they shut that guy off. Is he still shut off? Is his internet still down?
Who?
You hear about that?
Ecuador.
Ecuador shut off his internet access after the last dump because Ecuadorian president is supporting Clinton. Yeah, They shut down. So I'm sure he's got other ways of doing his dumps.
Well, you know, if when you're living in their house.
Well, you're right. I mean, it's just like, hey, my son, you know, is like, turn off your damn phone right now.
There you go.
Yeah, but all right, so tell me. So dispel. So you got the rumor, nothing will kill you. So what is this whole thing about? Now you've brought me from negative pH, right, up to normal,
right,
with the remineralization product.
It's not negative pH. It's acidic.
It's acidic. So now you got me back to normal. Mm-hmm. But I want a little bit more alkaline. I'm seeing on TV that this alkaline water.
It's more calcite. Anything that adds more minerals.
Okay. So can we put 2 of these things on to put more in there?
You can try, and you can try and get the pH up to 9. There's bottled water companies out there now that you can get bottled water at a lot of the health stores, Nature's Food Pageant, Clearwater.
Yeah.
And they sell 9.0 water.
Yeah.
You know, but you'd have to drink a ton of it.
Is it real? I mean, you tell us. Come on.
It's 6 of 1 1/2 dozen. You'd have to drink so much water to change your own body.
Because that's what you said earlier with the RO, that you'd have to drink all RO water.
The good
to really
thing about
an
RO is if you're a woman and you're postmenopausal.
Oh, that's me.
Okay. Yeah. You want the fluoride out of the water because you don't want fluoride.
My wife's into that. She says no fluoride. That's
no
bad.
Fluoride.
Won't even let the kids have it at the dentist. Got cavities instead.
But the dentist never turned around to anybody and said, "Here, rinse your mouth with this and swallow it." He always said, "Spit."
Yeah, I know. Tell a 4-year-old that.
Yeah.
They're like, bubble gum, boom.
What does he do in a pool? Because the chlorine's worse than any of that.
Oh, yeah, I know. All my kids are like, oh, drink some. I was like, God, what are you doing? No, don't. Daddy didn't clean the pool. All he did was throw some Clorox in there. Put a little tussin on it.
So that's the worst part of it, you know, and people just don't realize it. I tell anybody that I'm speaking to that's older and they want to get on reverse osmosis, no problem. Younger people, you know, I hem and I haw a little bit. I'm like, you really don't need it. I mean,
You don't need the RO, you're saying?
No, younger people don't. What kind of bottled water? There's a great question. Right. What bottled water do you drink?
I like Fiji.
That's spring water. What are you drinking RO water for then?
Well, because it costs a ton of money, and I don't like drinking out of plastic.
But that's spring water.
But the plastic thing, I don't like the plastic thing.
All water's going to taste like whatever it's held in, unless you're drinking it out of
No, I'm talking
glass.
about like phthalates and BP whatevers and blah, blah, blah. Yeah, you know those things my wife tells me I shouldn't drink? Yeah. Like alcohol? Sorry, honey.
But, you know, it's people just need to do what they know is right for them. I've had people that turn around and me, I drink, I don't know, public spring water. Then
well,
why,
see, I always
why
do
you
choose
want
spring
an
water.
RO?
Well, but it's the whole thing about just having to buy water, get it from the store, all that crap. But
why do you want an RO? I can put a carbon filter on the outside of a house, an activated carbon filter, and change the odor and the taste in the water.
So what's better? I mean, so you tell me, why should I buy RO water? I don't know.
Everybody's different, and I think that's the most important part of this.
Well, that's one of the things I love about doing business with her is when we go out to a customer's house, we take a water sample and we bring it to Jeanne.
Right.
She analyzes the sample and then she tells us exactly what type of system they should have.
So let's do that.
And she custom builds the system for us. Every system is specific to that particular situation.
Can I tell you I want water that'll give me a 6-pack?
Ooh. No, I'll just probably give you Cigar City's phone number.
Oh, well, see, that'll work, too. I also know a good liposuction guy. Yeah, clearly. Look at me. But, all right, so whatever. We're going to test my water then. We're going to find out, do I need to put this remineralization or do I do, a new system?
You've got to make a determination what you like. And the biggest thing when you go out to somebody's house or when somebody calls you and wants information, get to know the person and get to know the family and what their lifestyle is and what they're looking for and ask questions. It may sound like you're being nosy, but you're trying to put a profile together.
Yeah.
Okay?
I love it.
And that'll tell you what the best purchase for them will be.
You are the first person that deals in water that has not just said, hey, buy this product.
Yeah.
This is what you need.
I don't even tell them to buy the product.
That's amazing.
Well, one of the things that she sells everything. So she's literally going to look at your situation and give you the best product for what your particular situation calls for.
Got it. So now what do we do? Do we call Jeanne? Do we call 813 Plumber?
You can call Jeanne directly at 727-442-2907, or of course you can call Tampa Bay Plumbers at 813 Plumber. We have a 24/7 service business, and we go out to many, many houses every day already.
Yep.
So that's why it's kind of convenient for us to do the water sample. We'll take the sample and we'll bring it to Jeanne for the customer.
And one of the reasons that I started to link up with the plumbers are my best salespeople because they see more people than I ever could.
Well, and people complain about their water more to them than
and they see what
else.
The damage that comes from bad water does.
Hard water
in the house. In a house.
Yeah.
So
Ryan,
they're going to sell what the customer needs. They're not going to oversell them.
Ryan will have a jug of my RO water and a jug of my well water on his doorstep by 6 o'clock.
I don't need a jug. I need this much.
I'm gonna give him a whole jug. You can give it away. It's cool.
It's really hard to underestimate how important it is to hire the right contractors for doing water filtration. I'll give you an example.
Got 30 seconds.
Okay. Septic systems can be completely destroyed by installing these systems incorrectly, and you can spend $10,000 unnecessarily just from installing a well pack system incorrectly.
There you go. We didn't even get into well packs. We got to have you back on the show because Ryan and I have. She's like
after the election.
Oh no! That day before, we're putting her back on the show right before we start the recount. It'll be perfect. All right, guys. Thanks for being on, Jeanne. Thanks for being on, Ryan.
Thank you.
You're listening to the Business Happy Hour on 970 WeBeam TV. We will see you next week with Alex Menendez.